Okay, I've got to do this. Okay, I got this gal. Seems to me it's been dating under my video on psychopaths. Okay, I'll leave the link for you to see it. But I started reading her comments, and she asked the question: Is this guy a psychopath that she's living with? Okay, let's go down here a bit. I just wanna show you something here because I think you can catch on to this really quick, just like I did. My best friend's roommate is is a psychopath. I am losing control of who I am because in rage I cry and I never matters. There is anger every night. I see him getting worse as I catch on to what he is doing. I see him doing things with my own eyes. Okay, him being in foot away and aware of his actions, and then says he don't do it anything. I'm not taking small things or talking small things. He started making crazy faces at me, like freaky and scary, twisting his face, okay, and say 1 second later that he didn't do anything, rolling his eyes to ceiling, okay, that's right, to the ceiling, and caught him several times when I turned my black bugle, okay, or black boogie, his eyes out, okay, or one was popping his eyes out, whatever, sticking out his tongue, twisting his face, and then talking to himself and answering himself. I hear the words sorry at least 10 times a day. I ask him, why do you keep doing it? He lies to me about everything, even when I know, or when he knows, I know the truth. He gives the first excuse that never is relevant to what he did. I ask him if he likes hurting me. He says I'm not. I told him I hated him once, and he said you don't hate me. It's like angering her, okay, with a fire. It's like arguing with a 5-year-old. I tried to stop. I tried to stop it and follow me all over the house. I go to my room to sleep. I find him sitting up in a chair across from my bed, asleep. So I would move to the living room and find him again later sleeping, sitting next to me. He tries to rub my legs at night, and I tell him to go away, then kick him. I moved that's right. Then I kick him to move. He will grab my legs and jerk it, okay, to him, and I have to fight with him to let go. I have hit him in frustration, and I am not abusive by nature, but then he does the same things over and over again. And in the past 6 years, he has got a job where I worked. He got home, and I did. And every time I go out with my friend, I'll go out with my friends. Yep, he would find me acting like he was my bestest friend in the whole world. Don't get me wrong. I almost considered dating him once because he seemed so caring and genuine, but I don't feel right with him. When my boyfriend comes around, he acts like he is entitled to everything we are doing. I feel very ill with cancer and lost my job. I felt very ill with cancer and lost my job, and then had to get SSI because I could not work. He quit working for 2 years and stayed home with me. Borrowed his rent, okay? Borrowed his rent from his mother every month. In 6 years, I have been away from just a handful of times. Okay? See, the thing is I'm going to stop right here. Sounds to me, see, that she's got herself a roommate or what have you, okay? But the thing is you've got somebody that obviously liked you, okay? And you're living in the same home with somebody that likes you. Okay? If you have somebody that likes you and you're going to live in the same home with somebody that likes you, in that manner, they want to tell you, they like you, you need to either get out of that home or you need to get them out of there, because you cannot fucking roommate or live with somebody that likes you when you don't like them. Okay? What do you think is going to happen? He likes you. And it wouldn't matter what he does to try to get your attention, because if you've already fucking shunned him off and don't like him in that way, everything he does to try to get your attention is going to bother or piss you off to begin with. Isn't that correct? So I guess my question is you're leaving all these comments and you're asking to see a psychopath. I don't think the guy's so much a psychopath as he's somebody that likes you. It's just like you said yourself. You almost considered dating him once. Okay? But you never did. And just from what you're telling me, it's obvious that the guy liked you, but you didn't want to give him the time of day. You got somebody else, so when you bring somebody else around, and he's right there because you're living in under the same roof with this guy. What's wrong with that picture? Do you follow my drift? What's wrong with that picture? You cannot live under the same roof with somebody who likes you and actually be rejecting them. If you're rejecting them and you're going out because she is. She's even talked about she got pregnant, she's got a kid, blah, 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 and how he acted when she had the kid with the guy's baby. If you read through the comments, and I'll leave the link. Okay? Well, of course he acted that way. You got somebody that likes you, that wanted to date you, wanted to be with you, living with you and under the same roof, while you're with somebody else, dating somebody else. I almost have to say, are you fucking nuts? Are you suicidal? I'm sorry. I don't want to be blunt that way. But I'm asking you these two things when I say, are you freaking nuts or are you suicidal, for these reasons. You'd have no idea what you're doing to him. How fucking that has to fuck with his brain. Oh, you have no idea what you're doing to him. Let's picture this, okay? The guy you're dating, okay? The guy that you're dating. How would you like it if this situation was the other way around? Okay, let me see. How do I want to word this? I got to think about this in seconds of how I want to word this to you, okay? How would you feel if you wasn't dating the guy that you're dating? You wasn't dating, but you really liked a whole lot, okay? You liked him a whole lot. Wanted to be with him. And he was a roommate. And he was dating other people in front of you. Regardless of everything you've done. He kept dating other people in front of you and ignoring you. But you had to come home every day to see that. How would you feel about that? See, you trapped this guy in a situation where, he trapped himself, however, but the situation is fucked. And excuse my language, but this is fucked. You cannot, I don't care what gender you are, have somebody who likes you, living with you under the same roof, while you are dating someone else. I guess that's a good way for somebody to get killed. I'm telling you, this is not such as he a psychopath as much as you might be making him into a psychopath. You might be creating your very own killer here. I hate to say that to you, but use your head. What the hell do you think that's doing to this person? You are fucking him up. See, You tell him, no, I'm with somebody else. We're just roommates. Okay? We're just friends. The problem is he already likes you. Okay? Maybe he wasn't dating when he took a liking to you. He was with nobody. You need to go back in your brain and think about, when's the first time you met him? When did you move in together? How did this happen? You need to go back in time. You need to think about a lot of stuff. And you need to figure out, was you dating anybody when you first met him, and blah, blah, blah. And roughly when maybe he may have started liking you. Okay, and how you reacted towards him. Because I'm telling you, if you've rejected him from day one and he kept trying, because after all, the guys are the ones that have to do all the work, not the women. The women do what? Sit back and take their pick. So, if he kept trying in every way he could think of and you kept rejecting him, and then you go out and date somebody else in front of him, big hint should be that you should never be living in the same home to begin with. That's the biggest mistake you could ever make. Live with somebody who likes you, but not like them in return. Date somebody else in front of them. That's why I said turn the situation around, girl. See how you would feel. Get the fuck out of that house. You don't need to be roommating with this guy. Or he needs to get out of there. Either way around, you need separated. Immediately. Okay? I'm not going to call this guy a psychopath because of what I'm seeing here. I mean, I'm sorry, but I just have to say it as it is, okay? Because when it comes right down to it, you almost dated the guy well. See, I mean, when it comes right down to it, the guy who likes you lives under the same roof with you, and you're blowing him off and fucking giving your attention to other people. What the fuck do you think's going to happen? The guy's going to fucking lose his mind and start doing things. And not rational things neither, man. I said losing his mind. Damn right. Just turn the situation around and put yourself in his shoes. And think about yourself really liking somebody, wanting somebody. You happen to do all the work to get them, to impress them, to get them to like you. And then just rejecting you and dating other people in front of you. But you have to live with it all day. Every day you'll come home and see the person you really like with somebody else. And you think about what that would do to you. This is what's going on. So get the hell out of the house. That's my advice to you. Separate. Do not be around. I mean, I'm serious. Are you suicidal? Are you nuts? This is a very bad situation. Don't get me wrong here, I have no idea how you met this guy, how long you've been living together, if you met this guy. I mean, you haven't elaborated far enough to know if you met this guy when you moved into this home as a roommate or what. I just know this. From what I've seen, the guy liked you, and he tried to show you he liked you in many different aspects. You've rejected him on a regular basis. Maybe he's somebody that don't like taking no for an answer. Maybe he has some psychopathic problems. He could be a psychopath. I don't know. I'm not there to know for sure. But then at the same time, if he wasn't a psychopath, and you've known him for a while, and you chose for whatever reasons not to date him, but you lived in the same house, and you've rejected him, and you go out and date other people, knowing this guy likes you, and you're living under the same roof with him, very, very bad situation. Bad idea. Not good at all. You need to get out. That's my answer to that. You need to get out because you drive this guy nuts. That's why I asked her, are you nuts? Are you suicidal? You don't stay under the same roof with somebody who likes you if you don't like them in return. And try to date somebody else in front of somebody that likes you. Turn the situation around and see how that would make you feel. See, you need to get out of that situation. And that's all I can tell you because not a good scenario. If he's not psychopath, he's liable to become a psychopath and a complete nut just from this alone. Sad.